laughing at you talking about go get murdered.
Get murdered, yeah. No, but I'm saying,
I mean, it's
like,
serious.
I
get it. I agree. Like, you know, they need to be. They need help.
I ain't saying murder. I'm not condoning that at all.
Or escort them off.
But I'm just saying, like, you know, if you think that, or if you want to believe that you have I guess, some type of feeling towards kids, something wrong with you, man. Like, as an adult, like, you know, like, I'm not one of those, you know, I guess one of those Christians would be like, oh, well, you know, y'all shouldn't be doing that. I don't feel like that. I feel like if that's what you want to do it. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely have a problem with you looking at a child and wanting to have sex with them.
Yeah, that's...
You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
not going to feel
I got an issue with that. And so,
on no level, like...
And there's another, you know... When you have kids, man, you know, you never know what you're dealing with, you know, and what people are into. I know at Bianca's school, they had a dude that was watching, like, child porn or stuff like that at work.
Whoa.
They end up, you know, he ended up getting caught.
Yeah, of course.
But just think about that, though. Like your kids, you send your kids to school, you know, you take their pictures in the morning, and then they going to work with somebody like that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like
that's gonna be.
You gotta teach them some things that'll help them be aware of what might be going on. You know, too much touching, too much like.
Or you gotta tell your kids, like, parents. I understand with people, like, I'm guilty of that. I've been upset at my child, but I have to remember that's still a child. That's a human being I'm bringing into this world, and even though he's here already, I'm still preparing him for the world. So. You have to be able to speak and talk to your kids. Like, ask your child, what's up? They'll tell you if you ask them. Right. Especially when they're young. So open up them channels now so that when they get into their teens and they be like, F you, mom, F you, dad, they can still be like, hey, look, I got a problem. You know, I got this going on. I got that going on. Yeah. You should be able to talk to your kids because a lot of times when, you know, we let TV raise our kids. Yeah. That's what I'm seeing
TV and music.
TV, listen. I was ironing a shirt in our family room, and Josh was listening to, he liked to watch the videos on YouTube like a lot of kids do. And I got two instances where I heard something, and I was just like, nah, we're not going to do that. And it was, I can't remember the artist's name, but he had a song called Murder on My Mind.
Denzel Curry,
I think so. And Josh is playing the melody on his keyboard in front of the TV, and I'm like, damn, all right.
Maybe not.
No, I don't think it was him, because dude is on trial. Dude was on trial for that song.
Kodak?
No, it wasn't Kodak. Kodak was already locked up by then.
Oh, okay.
But it was somebody else. Murder on My Mind is the name of the song. He was on trial for the joint. I think he got booked for it because he was describing a murder that basically he either committed or didn't. Stay off social media with stuff like that. Right. But my son is sitting here playing the melody because it's catchy.
Exactly.
And I look at him and I go, what are you doing? He said, I'm listening to the song called Murder on My Mind. What do you like about it? You know, I remember being a kid not really caring about the words to songs and the melody, the beat had me. I'm like, oh, this is it. You know? And then you get older, you're like, oh my God.
I was listening to this.
I can't believe I was listening to this at that age. Well, and there was another show that Josh was watching as I was, again, ironing another shirt or something like that. And it's like I don't know the name of the show, I don't remember, but they had the Mario Brother Muppets, like the little stuffed animal joints, and they doing like a video blog, and they talking, creating a storyline, but you looking at it like it's Mario, the princess, mushroom, toadstool, all this. I'm like, wow, this is kids. Yeah. And then the princess ordered a pizza. The Mario character was a pizza delivery dude. John started playing out like a dirty porn. He was like, oh, I gotta leave the hoes alone. I look back, Josh sitting on the couch laughing. I'm like, hell no. You're like, hey, look, man, that's the end of that. Like, nah, you can't watch this no more. And thankfully, Josh listened, so he cut that stuff out. But it was just weird to me. I'm like, yo, you really gotta stay on your kids. Like, you can't be the parents that just check out. Like, oh, you got your phone, you got YouTube, knock yourself out. No, your kid will be into everything under the sun. Ain't no telling what might come up. Anything come up on YouTube. And I'm like, look. I realized YouTube was an issue because Josh is 11, and he got a new phone, and we couldn't remember because we're terrible with emails. I couldn't remember his email that we had set up, so I created a new one. In the process of creating it, Google asked me, is he a child? And I was like, yeah. It stripped the phone of all the stuff that was preloaded in it. And it was just like, oh, no, this is a family link program, blah, blah, blah. You can go ahead and control how much screen time he got, what apps is on the phone. You can shut his phone down for all intents and purposes if you need to. And the thing that shocked me was YouTube wasn't on the phone at all. They took it off.
Wow.
YouTube is basically for teenagers. It's not for young children.
Yeah, young children.
So you got to think, you got your 3-month-old working YouTube.
Yeah. They're watching everything.
You ain't no telling what they seen at 2 and 3 months, what they processing and holding on to.
Right.
So you be like, oh, okay, yeah, it's not all, what is it, bubble guppies and baby shark and all that other crap. It's other stuff up there. And I'm like, I can't believe this content is on YouTube and there's no real check on it. Like, you can get YouTube Kids, but there's nothing for, ages 8 to 13.
Yeah.
So you're taking your 8-year-old and you throwing them into the 15-year-old pond.
Exposing them to everything.
And then you wonder why your kid acting like he acting.
Right.
He learned it from TV.
Right.
He got it from his phone.
Yeah, man. And even with that, I feel like I think our generation, our influence more was the music.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, even, for me, like, I only knew some of the edited versions. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't listen to edited music now.
I'm saying, I know, but I'm saying, like, back then, if it was on the radio, it was
that's the only version I knew.
That's the only version you knew. So
right.
then when you older, you heard it. He was like, oh,
like,
I really didn't know.
Like, I listened to, I was 20. I listened to Lil' Kim Hardcore, Uncut.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I was just like, this shit is disgusting, bro. But then I'm like, I like it. But I'm grown. I'm like, I might be with her. Like, I might need something like that. And I'm like, but y'all I know people who knew that album front to back as kids, and I was just like, you know what you were saying?
Right. But I think even beyond that too, like, this is my only example of this.
Mm-hmm.
Subconsciously, I remember driving to school because the school I went to was in Williamson.
Mm-hmm.
For college or whatever. And so I remember had this like CD or whatever with this mix. And so I was listening to Janet Jackson's Anytime, Any Place.
Oh my God.
And so like I know my mind was somewhere else, but the song was on. And so like I'm riding and back then it was like a 45-minute drive and like I'm riding and I'm like, yo, I'm hard.
Subconsciously,
bro,
you
and it's great. And so then like, I'm trying to figure out why am I hard. And so I go back in the song and like, at the end she moaning and stuff. I'm like, bruh, I
had no clue.
I'm telling you. So I think, on the lyric level, it affects us, but also subconsciously, it's hitting us.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So it's like, we have to be careful of that too, because like, when I said Denzel Curry, I saw one of his videos on Revolt, and like the song I want to say it was about murder or suicide, one or the other, but it was catchy, and I'm like, man, like kids are watching,
absolutely,
and then we're wondering why kids are hanging themselves and doing all this wild.
It's in the music, man.
Stuff.
It's in that.
All my friends are dead. The little Uzi joint. Come on, man.
I heard that in a club somewhere, and I was just like, y'all like this?
Right.
I mean, but I just read an article where they was like, you notice we're celebrating people's sorrow nowadays. Like, so if the song is sad enough, people gonna bump it. Like, what's his name? I actually like the guy too, Derez Deshawn, but his 2 joints, Fed Up and The Hard Way. Those songs is definitely talking about, how hard his life was.
I don't know.
I'll play his joint for you, but no, we can't do that here.
The Harder Way?
Yeah, it's called Hard Way, The Harder Way, or something like that. And, and in the song, he talking about, they cut his lights off and slept on the floor. I can relate.
Right.
So I'm like, I get it. And now look at you. It's a celebration of where you come from.
Right. But
these is club bangers. Like, people popping bottles and drinking to this. Some people smoking and popping pills to that.
Right.
That's hard. Like, you celebrating somebody's failure in a lot of ways.
Yeah. And
they not there now, but
right.
What message are you really sending across? Like,
right.
How does that resonate with you?
Right.
Because, we listened to the Quiet Storm and Mobb Deep and all that. We was like, yeah, them niggas was going through.
Right.
I get it. But then at the same time, you just like, all right, I'm not banging that in the club though. I need party music. Like,
exactly.
I need something to make me feel good. I don't want this 95 whipping music. I don't want that all the time.
Right.
You know. Or like I tell Tiffany, I said, man, sometimes you just gotta put a trap record on to get ignorant. She was like,
Percocet.
No.
Molly Percocet.
I'm good. That I like it.
Come on, man.
I liked it.
Percocet.
I didn't like it. I don't do none of that. I can't get with none of that. Like, what's the joint Samora said? She said, listen, I put that stuff on, and in my head, I got all the bricks, I got all the guns in the trunk right now. And I'm like, all right, I get that, but it's a fantasy, and hopefully, if you have a healthy mindset, you can differentiate. But
definitely,
kids don't know.
Kids don't know. Yeah,
they don't know. That ain't for them. They need to be. You got to preserve the innocence. I think that's what we fighting with, man.
Right. Yeah.
Kids, everybody's pushing them to be an adult or be grown or be something else.
Exactly.
I just want them to be kids. Let
them be kids. Let them, find their way through life, man. Cause even with that they was trying to do that. That's why I was a pushback with the Arthur episode where I think his sister was getting married to another girl. Mm-hmm. There was like this big uproar about that too, and I think they canceled it or whatever. It was like, but why are you putting that in the cartoon? Like,
yeah, that's it.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, what little boy don't like superheroes, right?
All right.
So the Superwoman joint that be on CW or whatever. Okay. I don't watch the show, but she's got a sister in the show, and her sister is gay. No harm, no foul.
Right.
But it shows her sister exploring gay relationships, and it's like, okay, as a parent, this is when you decide what your child should be exposed to and what not. Right. Because now my son is coming to me and going, well, Dad, why that girl kissing a girl? That's what she like. He goes, so if I like a boy, I can kiss a boy. Technically speaking, yes.
Yes. But bro,
would you be upset about that? Son, I'm going to be a man and tell you, I'm going to be a little disappointed. However, am I going to love you any less? No. Am I going to treat you any different? No. But those are your decisions to make in life. He said, well, I'm not kissing a boy, Dad. I said, okay.
Good.
I said, right now, you're too young to be kissing anybody. All I want you to do is kiss your books. Right. Love that education first. Right. Because I'll preach that to you. And then I want you to, you going to find your way, you're going to find your way. But it's just, they put stuff out there and then it's like, to the society or to the masses be damned. Good luck. Right. Here you go. Like, I went to, like everybody was talking about, the transgender bathrooms and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I go, so what happens when you got a female with man parts in the women's bathroom? Mm-hmm. And because some of the transgenders still like women. So it's a bunch of chicks in here pissing. Standing up in the joint. Right. 6 foot, whatever. Like, whatever the motif may be or whatever. Right. What happens when they rape a chick in the bathroom? Yeah. Because I'm like, it's two sides to every coin. Yes, they're bullied. Yes, they need their own space. Absolutely. You shouldn't bully anybody for what they feel, who they are, what they are on any level. Agreed. But what happens on the other side of the coin when they're the ones taking advantage of this situation? Right. It's not going to get...
Or someone else who's not even transgender, just like, well, I identify as.
Right. Like,
put a wig on.
They just put a dude in the whatchamacallit, in the women's prison. Really? That's a transgender. He just got put in. So I'm like, okay, I get it, but what happens if he get jammed up and get raped? Right. He got man parts. Right. So what happens there? Like, what are you doing to protect those groups of people? Like, at that point, I'm like, okay, it's cool. Slope. It's always going to be that. And I'm like, it's cool to be, just so gay pride, I'm with it. But am I becoming a pariah now because I'm straight? I'm heterosexual, I'm married? Because I decided to stop and kiss my wife somewhere or something like that? Like, right. It goes both ways. Yeah. I don't hate on you. If I see another dude kissing a dude, hey, I know your grind was different than mine. Hey, more power to you. I get it. That's your life. I can't control that. That's your life. I'm not even going to be upset at you about your life. It's like an opinion. Everybody got one. Exactly. So, okay, I get it. But at one point, I feel like society is just too accepting. Oh, they'll accept anything. Oh.
They'll accept anything except if you disagree. Oh, yeah. That's always my issue, right? So, like, if you want to be gay, transgender, whatever, okay, fine. But if I say for myself personally,
yeah,
that I don't agree with, then you mad because I don't agree. And why can't I have a different opinion? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not over like with picket signs.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not all gay people should burn. Hell no.
Right.
They people. Don't play that.
Exactly.
I said, I think that's the problem.
Yeah.
People started, and it's not even just being gay, lesbian, whatever. It's just people in general. People started looking at people as less than people. Like, oh, you're subhuman.
Right.
Like, well, what the hell is subhuman?
Right.
So what you saying? I'm like in a vegetative state? Am I?
Or am I like 3/5 of a person?
Yeah. Do I not count? Right. Exactly. So it's like, okay.
You know what I mean?
So do you treat them differently?
Nah, treat them the same.
The same dude walking around with his pants hanging off his ass. Hey, look, man. I know this is what you want to do. I don't personally agree with your life or style choices, but you know, we in a different environment. You know, switch it up a little bit. Have a little versatility to it. It ain't gonna hurt. I promise.
Right.
I mean, I understand you may be the rough diamond. You know what I mean? But you still a diamond, my man. Come on. Let me show you something.
Right.
If we hold each other accountable and start to care about people, all that'll go away.
Yeah.
All of it.
Be a whole lot better on, you know, as humans, man.
Folks ain't trying to do that, P.
Yeah.
I can tell you that for sure. I know they're not trying to do that.
It's a lot of fake love going on in this
Too
world.
much of it.
Fake love.
Too much of it.
You know what I mean? And we're constantly being groomed to be that way. You know, that's why social media is the way it is. Or my new thing. It's not my new thing, but it is something I've been doing. I want to see everybody win. Oh, right.
I say that. But I look at that like people be like, yo, pray for me. I'm going through something.
Right.
You don't pray for them fools on the internet.
Exactly.
Like, you're like, oh, all right. You put the praying hands and
praying
like,
for your loss.
Thank you. They ain't do shit for you.
Exactly.
So meanwhile, I'm sitting on my toilet at home looking at this going, all right, praying hands.
Right.
I'm about to get off this joint, hop in the shower and go about my day. I'm not going to think about that no more.
Right.
It doesn't apply at that point. So I'm like, man, let's be real. If you genuinely rock with people, you look after them. Pray for them. It don't hurt for real.
Exactly.
Or you may not be a spiritual person, but whoever you address, the higher power or whatever you do.
Or your inner self.
Yeah, meditate on that and move forward with it. But that whole, I say it. I want to see everybody win. I'm genuine in that.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm going, everybody can't win.
Right. There gotta be some losers.
Like
everybody cannot be bosses.
None. First of all, if you're not employing people, and you're not bettering people around you, you're not a boss.
Not a boss.
Just want to be honest about that. Like,
not a boss.
Hell, some people, your man say he your friend. Get that nigga $50,000 and see if he still want to hang around with you. Right. Like once you're no longer beneficial to somebody, they no longer have any reason to want to be around you. Right. So those that stick around when I can't do nothing for myself and I can't do nothing for you, if you still want to hang out and kick it, you're gonna be the one I'm gonna bless when I go ahead and come up. Right. When my level up happen, or I walk into that Powerball ticket, oh, P needs XYZ. Okay, P can have whatever he want. Right. P ain't gotta ask me for no bread. Here it is.
Here you go.
And that's what it is. So I look at it like that, and I say that, and people go, "Boy, you got a good heart." No, it's just a regular, genuine heart. Yours don't beat the same way like mine do.
But the thing is, people not used to it though.
Well, they need to change who they around.
Right. You're right. Change the environment.
You need to change it. Like, you can't be around the same people and be like, damn, I ain't came up yet. Your whole team ain't came up yet. Yeah. Y'all all just ready to be in poverty? Y'all all want to be broke? Like, it's like the old pictures you used to see. It'd be 5 black dudes. Everybody got chains on, dressed up. You're like, damn, they whole team popping. Nowadays, it'd be 1 black dude, 2 chains, and a busted pair of black Air Force Ones turned up. And you like, he the goon. Right. Why the goon can't be fresh like everybody else? Yeah. It's crazy nowadays. Yeah, man. It's just wild. You got to be better people.
So bring your team up with you when you come up.
Absolutely. Yeah. Everybody can't go, but bring as many as you can.
Exactly.
And that's real. But
yeah, man. Well, all right, man. Look, I appreciate you coming through, man. I appreciate y'all watching. This is gonna be out very soon, so check out all the other videos I got up. We'll see y'all next time.
Peace.